So as an investor, I would like to share some tips for startup teams who are pitching their ideas to investors. So I would focus on three main things. The three things are, one is the size of the problem you're trying to address. Two is the solution that you have, which is a product or service that you're offering. Three is the team and the people. So let me share a little bit more about each of the elements. The first element, which is the size of the market. As investors, we love to hear that the size of the problem and the size of the market you're addressing is in the billions and billions of dollars, because investors need to get their return on investments, and the larger the size of the market, that may potentially mean the larger the size of the investment return. So be very clear about who your addressable market is, what the problem is, how are people trying to address some of the problems, and what are some of the numbers involved. So that would be my first tip. The second tip is about your solution, right? How are you offering a solution to address the problem? So the solution can be in terms of product or service. So here, of course, the best indication that your solution is the best solution out there is to show actual numbers. So whether it's actual sales, KPIs, operational KPIs, any type of indicator to show that, and even better, is that people are actually paying for your product or service, because that's the best market validation there is. And then show how your solution is different than your competitor's solution, in terms of how well it functions, in terms of efficiency, in terms of reducing cost. So those are the elements I would encourage teams to think about. Last, but to me, the most important part is the people. Especially for early stage teams, you do not yet have a product perhaps that many people are paying you money for it. So all you have really is to showcase is your team. And I think here, there's several ways to illustrate that. So, for example, what is your unfair advantage? Why is it that you are the team that will be able to execute the best in this industry? Is it because you worked in the industry for the last 10 years and that's why you have unique insights and relationships? Or is it because, through your other relationships, you know all of the players in the space and you can convince them to do things and to help you? So think about all of these elements that will help sell the story, because at the end, investors love to hear stories, right? How big is the market? How good is your solution? And finally, why are you the best team to execute? So that's my tip on pitching.